Hola y bienvenidos a un nuevo video de esta serie Spanish 101. Today we're going to talk a little bit about countries, cities, where a person lives, and how to talk about all that. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. 4. ¿Dónde vives? ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? Dialogue, diálogo. Vocabulario. Londres, London, pero, but, pues, well. Y ahora, Raúl, hola, ¿dónde vives? Sofía, hola Raúl, vivo en un piso en Londres, Inglaterra. ¿Y tú? Raúl, vale, vivo en el sur de España. Sofía, ¿en el campo o la ciudad? Raúl, el campo. Las ciudades son ruidosas. Sofía, sí, pero no hay nada que hacer o no hay nada para hacer en el campo. Raúl, pues adiós, Sofía. Sofía, hasta luego. Y ahora vamos a pronunciar y a ver cómo se dice a los países, los nombres de los países alrededor del mundo. Countries of the world. El Reino Unido, the United Kingdom. Inglaterra, England. Escocia, Scotland. Gales, Wales. Irlanda, Ireland. España, Spain. Francia, France. Alemania, Germany. Italia, Italy. Rusia, Russia. Los Estados Unidos, the United States. Canadá, Canada. Nueva Zelanda, New Zealand. Australia, Australia. Mexico, Mexico. Okay, great. Then now let's see how to say Jordan. Jordania. Jordania. Lista. En inglés se dice Jordan, pero en español se pronuncia como Jordania. Y aquí está, Jordania. Vale. Y ahora, where do you live? To say you are from a country, you use the verb ser. El verbo ser to indicate permanent things, meaning to be a permanent characteristic. Then de, meaning of or from, then the country or place. Okay? To say in a place or country, you use vivir, meaning to live. Then en, meaning in, then the country or place. Now to ask where someone else lives, you use donde, then vivir, donde vives, means where do you live? To ask where someone is from, you use de donde. Then ser, and it becomes de donde eres, means where are you from? All right. While vivir is totally regular, vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivís, viven. Ser is about as irregular as they come, okay? It is conjugated as below. El verbo ser, to be, and we have estar. Estar is for temporary actions or temporary characteristics. But ser is for permanent actions or for permanent adjectives or characteristics. Okay. Then I soy, you eres. Well, I am, soy, you are, eres, he, she, it is, es, we are, somos, You all are, sois, y they son. Ejemplos, examples. Vivo en Inglaterra. I live in England. Soy de España, pero no, son de España, pero viven en Alemania. They're from Spain, but they live in Germany. The compass. Now let's talk a little bit about directions. El norte, el este, el sur, el oeste. Now, directions in between, we have el noreste, el sudeste, el sudoeste, el noroeste. Okay? Examples again. Vivo en el suroeste de México. I live in the southwest of Mexico. Soy del norte de Australia. I'm from the north of Australia. Great job. Now, habitaciones. Habitaciones or habitations. Habitaciones. A house is casa in España, in español. And we have this very famous and popular saying, mi casa es tu casa, which literally means my house is your house. Okay, now let's go over some type of places that a person might live in. A house, una casa. A detached house, una casa individual. A semi-detached house or a terraced house, una casa adosada or una casa terrazada. Okay? A flat, un piso. A bungalow, un bungalow. Un bungalow, a room, una habitación. And there is a very important note in here that will help you enormously in your writing skills. It's una habitación, but the plural is unas habitaciones. Then you have to drop the accent without the accent. Okay? Examples, ejemplos. Vivo en un piso. I live in a flat. Vivo en una casa adosada en Canadá. I live in a semi-detached house in Canada. Vivo en un bungalow que tiene 10 habitaciones. He lives in a bungalow that has 10 rooms. Okay? Great. Now let's talk a little bit about adjectives and how to form them. Something basic. It's not advanced enough, but so very beneficial at this point. So, as we already learned, Spanish nouns each have a gender. This doesn't just affect the article, but the adjective. It has to agree. They have to be in agreement. Also, adjectives go after the noun, not before it. This is for English. Now, for Arabic, it's almost the same because in Arabic we have الصفة تتبع الموصوف والصفة تطابق الموصوف وتأتي بعد الاسم. So, if the adjective in its natural form, the form found in the dictionary, ends in an O or in an A, then you remove that vowel and add number 1, O for masculine singular nouns, OS for masculine plural nouns, A or A for feminine singular nouns, AS or AS for feminine plural nouns. Great. Now examples. Un hombre bueno. Un hombre es masculino, así que bueno. A good man. Unos hombres buenos, OS. Una mujer buena, femenino, así que una, buena. Unas mujeres buenas, some good women. Great job. Now moving on to cities and city and countryside. La ciudad, city, the city, o el campo, or the countryside. So the question was in the dialogue, la ciudad o el campo, en la ciudad o el campo, the city or the countryside. So, en inglés tenemos the city, la ciudad, the countryside, el campo. The good thing about three dots is that, lo bueno sobre tres puntos es que, the bad thing about blah 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 is that, lo malo sobre es que, there are lots of things to do. Hay mucho para hacer o hay mucho que hacer. Para o que hacer. There isn't anything to do. No hay nada que hacer o no hay nada para hacer. You can walk in the woodlands. Se puede caminar en los bosques. There isn't any foliage. There isn't any foliage. No queda ningún follaje. Pretty, bonito, o bonita, if we're talking about masculine or feminine. We have to take that into consideration as well. Lively, animado, quiet, tranquilo o tranquila. All applies. Boring, aburrido, noisy, ruidoso. Good job. Now let's talk a bit, or let's take some examples. La ciudad es ruidosa. La ciudad es ruidosa. The city is noisy. The countryside is boring. Well, I don't really agree, but okay. El campo es aburrido. Lo bueno sobre la ciudad es que hay mucho para hacer. O hay mucho que hacer. Bueno. The good thing about the city is that there are lots of things to do. Lo malo sobre la ciudad es que no quedan ningunas plantas. No quedan ningunas plantas. No quedan, no queda, porque debe seguir el orden de las palabras. The bad thing about the city is that there isn't any foliage. Okay? Great job. But as we said before, it's foliage. This is with one single L, not double L. So it's, as we said before, it is, ¿dónde está? Yeah, it's foliage, but in español decimos follaje. Okay, great. Now, a summary of what we have covered so far. In this lesson, you have learned like variety of things, of course. First thing, various countries of the world, Australia, Italia, Francia, los Estados Unidos. Then how to say where you and others live and come from. Vivo en Inglaterra, somos de Gales. How to ask where someone lives. ¿Dónde vives? The points of the compass. El sur, el noroeste, el oeste. How to describe your house. Una casa, un piso. The basics of adjectives ending in O or A. La mujer mala, el niño bonito. Okay? Then how to talk about the city of the countryside, la ciudad or the countryside, not of. How to talk about the city or the countryside, la ciudad, el campo, no hay mucho que hacer o no hay mucho para hacer. Great job. Now let's go over one exercise and then we'll call it a day. Countries of the world. Translate the following sentences from Spanish to English. Vivo en Inglaterra. I live in England. Son de España. They are from Spain. Eres de Alemania. Are you from Germany? Vivimos en el sur de Francia. We live in the south of France. ¿Vivís en Gales? Do you live in Wales? Do you all live in Wales? Es de Escocia. He or she is from Scotland. ¿Dónde vive? Where do you live? Or where does he or she lives? Where does he or she live? Or where do you live if we're being formal? If the register is being formal, we say donde vive. Usted. ¿Usted dónde vive? Somos del norte de Irlanda. We are from the north of Ireland. Viven en el suroeste de los Estados Unidos. They live in the southeast of the United States. Soy de Canadá. I'm from Canada. And that's it. This was a great, informative video, for real. And so, yeah, I'll leave you guys here and catch you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. And I forgot to say, hasta luego.